to form sugars. Let us now briefly look at what will happen to the products that are made during photosynthesis. Glucose and oxygen are the two main products that will be made during photosynthesis. The glucose can be used in several ways. For example, it can be used for aerobic respiration by the plant. It could also be converted into starch. However, it can also be converted into sucrose. The sucrose can then be translocated in the phloem tubes. Translocated simply means it will move from one part of the plant to another part of the plant. For example, it might move from where it is manufactured, and that is the leaf, which we can also refer to as a source, and it will move towards another part of the plant where it can be stored as starch, and that location where it is stored, we can call that as a sink. So the source is where it is manufactured, and the sink is where it is stored. Furthermore, the glucose can be used in the manufacture of lipids and proteins in the plants. The oxygen made during photosynthesis can be used by the plant for aerobic respiration, while the excess oxygen will be given off through the stomata of the leaves. Next, we will look at the limiting factors of photosynthesis. These are factors that can increase or decrease the rate at which the process occurs. The first factor that we have is light intensity. If you look at the graph, you would notice that as light intensity on the x-axis increases, the rate of photosynthesis will also increase around point A. However, at point B, it shows that it is the maximum rate that photosynthesis can occur. So even if we were to add more intense light to the plant, the rate will remain at that maximum level. The process of photosynthesis is actually controlled by enzymes. Enzymes are proteins that functions within a narrow temperature range. Therefore, as this graph is showing, if the temperature is low at point A, then the rate of photosynthesis will also be very slow because the enzymes will not be functioning properly. At the other extreme, at point B, the temperature is very high. Therefore, the enzymes will not function and photosynthesis will be very low, or it will stop. The final two limiting factors that I wish to mention are carbon dioxide and water availability. In most cases, it is water that may be in short supply within the ecosystem. This graph is similar to the one that we saw before with light intensity. The same explanation applies here. If you were to increase the carbon dioxide concentration, or it could be the amount of water that is available to the plants, the rate of photosynthesis will increase until the plant reaches its maximum rate. The main organ that is involved in photosynthesis